Good morning, you guys. Okay, we just started our morning. The kids are running around somewhere. I'm surprised it's this quiet. But I wanted to see if we could find Mario and say hi. Let's see. Are you in here? Oh, there you are. Here he is. Hi, babe. Say hi.
Hello.
How cute is he? Morning. I think for him it was just so normal in his everyday routine.
I didn't think it was necessarily like a medical issue. I just thought it was something that I had to deal with. This is probably the grossest conversation I think I've ever had.
I was shocked. I'm not gonna lie. I remember laying there and I go, oh my God. I loved it. I thought it was great.
It's awful, just an awful feeling.
He understands that it could all be gone tomorrow. Whenever somebody introduces something to Mario, he is very open-minded, and if it's gonna help him, he wants to try it. So when he brought it up, I said, sure.
I've never felt better, and it's all because of this one simple thing I do every night, and I'm really excited to finally talk about it and share it with everyone. All right, I have a confession to make. It may sound a little crazy, but what I'm about to reveal today changed my life. Only my close friends and my family know this, and well, it's sort of gross to talk about, but since I'm getting older and approaching 50 pretty soon, oh my gosh, it sounds old as I say it out loud, it is time to come clean. My hope is that what I've discovered from my own health struggle will help millions who are living with this secret too. There's nothing to be ashamed of. As a matter of fact, at the end of my story, most people are shocked by the one simple thing that turned my health around. I'm Mario Lopez, by the way, but many know me by another name. Yeah, that's me, Saved by the Bell's AC Slater. That was over 30 years ago. I'm 48 now, and since then, I've been in all kinds of other stuff, including Dancing with the Stars, which was a total blast. But where I spend most of my time these days is interviewing A-list celebrities on the red carpet. Gearing up to do interviews on live TV is both one of the most exciting and most stressful things. That's when my health concern can sneak up and get the best of me, even though I've done a pretty good job of pushing through it all these years.
I honestly didn't realize somebody could spend so much time in the bathroom.
And for some reason, I've always had sort of a weak stomach.
When I first met him, I didn't really know what he was doing, but he was in the bathroom all the time, and I thought, is he not is he bored? You know, what is he doing in there?
Forgive me if this sounds a little gross, but I've had to deal with bloating and gas and a lot of abdominal discomfort. While I might look like I'm doing all right on the outside, on the inside, my plumbing has been a little, well, let's just say wonky.
I think for him it was just so normal in his everyday routine.
It's constant, you know, the bloating, the gas, that's probably the more aggravating thing.
I mean, it was kind of like you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He just had times where he carved out being in the bathroom.
It's awful, to be honest with you. It's just an awful feeling and really stresses me out. It's been frustrating because I don't know why I'm feeling this way. Like, why am I so uncomfortable? Why do I have to suddenly go to the bathroom so much? Why can't I just be normal? Like, what is going on with me? And is there something else that I can do to help myself?
You know, for anyone that's dealing with digestive issues, it's terrible. And Mario's on live TV every day. I mean, he can't just run to the bathroom like the rest of us. So my heart really feels for him like I would for anyone who's got those kind of issues, because it's really hard to put on a happy face when you're struggling in secret.
The good news is that I got answers to all my questions, and I found a simple way to strengthen my digestive system with 3 digestive defenders I eat every day. 3 foods that are all backed by a world-renowned doctor who has been studying gut health her whole life.
What Mario was going through is something that millions struggle with every single day. And just like I told him, you know, it's actually normal and healthy to poop after every meal. But here's where it's not okay. It's when it's uncomfortable or it affects your ability to do your job. So I knew immediately I could help him, but I just needed to make one minor tweak to his diet.
Dr. Kellyann knows her stuff, and she really listens. I told her I couldn't give up eating what I wanted when I wanted because, well, I love food too much, to be honest, and she agreed, within reason, of course. And thanks to her advice, we got things under control.
this is just a no-brainer. I mean, I like to not even have to think about what I'm doing and look at a recipe 9,000 times. He wasn't complaining as much, and I wasn't smelling things as much. When you feel good, it feels great. So why not want to try and feel like that every day?
In a moment, I'm gonna shake things up by sharing my top 3 digestive defenders. These 3 foods contain the critical nutrients we all need as we get older to stay fit and healthy, regardless of our exercise routine or if we give in to a craving now and then. Most people aren't eating enough of these 3 foods, or in some cases, are just eating them all wrong. And one of them is a complete health boosting comfort food I couldn't believe so many are totally missing out on.
Whenever somebody introduces something to Mario, he is very open-minded, and if it's gonna help him, he wants to try it. So when he brought it up, I said sure. So yeah, we tried it right away.
As soon as I added this to my diet, those panic trips to the bathroom started happening less and less. That fuzzy feeling in my stomach that I had experienced almost every day for as long as I can remember, it went away. It was incredible. For the first time in my life, my digestion started feeling normal. But what really blew my mind was what happened to the rest of my body. I noticed I wasn't craving as many things. My skin and complexion improved and felt more energized. And I was sleeping better too.
I was shocked. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I'm making pizzas.
One of our favorite things to do is once the kids go to sleep, we like to get into bed and try and watch one of our shows. And we always have the same position that we cuddle in. And my ear is usually near his stomach. So I hear a lot of the rumbling and grumbling. And the one night I remember laying there and I go, oh my God, I go, your stomach is settled. It's very calm. And he goes, yeah, I know.
What I learned from Dr. Kellyann is that it all has to do with strengthening and sealing the gut, as she told me.
You know, your gut, it's connected to every system in the body. So when you strengthen and seal the gut, everything starts kicking in and working better. Your immune system, which is actually housed in the gut, it starts firing. And the feel-good hormone, serotonin, well, it's manufactured in the gut too. So when your gut is healthy, you don't just feel healthy, you actually become healthier. And you know what I like best? Because of the gut-brain axis, your brain actually works better. And because of the gut-skin axis, your skin is even more beautiful. And even your joints are better protected. All when you start strengthening and sealing the gut.
So thanks to Dr. Kellyann, I'm all about gut health now. What we put in our gut matters, not just for digestion, but for every symptom of the body, from weight to skin to sleep, even joints. And that last one's really personal and touchy subject for me because keeping my joints strong and healthy is something that I worry about all the time. I see my parents slowing down, struggling to keep up with their grandkids, and you know, it's harder for them to walk up and down stairs. It's kind of heartbreaking actually, and it's the last thing I want to happen to me. I want my body to hold up for as long as it can so I can do all the things I love. And there are 3 digestive defenders I eat every single day to help support my joints, my digestion, and my skin, to help improve my sleep and to help curb my bad food cravings, at least until the weekend. It's when I reward myself a little and go a little nuts, as we all should. We don't have to feel bad or guilty anymore when we indulge, as long as we're staying active and including these 3 things in our diet, especially the last one. First up, carbs. You heard me right, I said carbs. Now you might have been told that you can't eat carbohydrates and have great health, right? Well, that's a lie. One of my favorites is bananas, but not just any old banana. See, their nutritional content changes as they ripen. There are actually 7 stages of ripeness, going from bright green to brown spotted. What's really fascinating is how important it is to pick the right color banana, not just for your taste buds, but for your gut.
Let me tell you what's so fascinating about bananas. Bananas that are more yellow to green are up to about 70 to 80% of something that's called resistant starch. And this starch is a type of carbohydrate that actually resists digestion in the small intestine. So it's absorbed into the body very slowly, allowing a lot of really great things to happen. Because as it works its way through the gut, it feeds the good bacteria in the large intestine. And this feeding frenzy, it's known as fermentation, turns that starch into short-chain fatty acids. And this supports the entire digestive system. But for some people, this healthy process has some really unpleasant side effects.
So if you find that eating bananas on the greener side gives you gas, makes you a little bloated, then consider trying the ones that are riper. Your gut may thank you for it. Now, as much as I adore bananas, there's actually another food I love even more. Avocados. Avocados are my second digestive defender. I'm not kidding when I say I add avocados to everything. From my eggs in the morning, to my sandwich at lunch, to my steak at dinner, even soup, salad, toast, for sure tacos. I literally try to incorporate avocado into as many things as I can throughout my day. They're so good. And it's not just how they taste, it's because they contain omega-3s. Those are the good, healthy fats that our bodies need. And they're the type of fats that actually help the body burn fat.
Healthy fats? They're like a good pair of jeans. They suck you in and they lift you up. And you need these healthy fats to build strong cell walls, make hormones, support blood sugar levels, and satisfy your cravings. And they also keep your brain happy, and that's a really good thing. They can also keep the belly slim and keep the body energized.
A recent study showed that adding just half an avocado at lunch could lower your desire to eat by 40%. So avocados aren't just delicious, they're also very good for the gut. But there's one essential nutrient avocados are lacking: protein. One avocado only has about 3 grams of protein, and we're supposed to get at least 50 grams of protein daily to build and repair muscles and bones.
Here's something most people don't know. Every year, the CDC does something called the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey that collects data on what people are eating and how the foods we eat affect our overall health. Well, in one recent study, they analyzed the amount of protein people over the age of 50 are getting, and the results were shocking. Almost half weren't getting enough. And what they discovered is that the people who weren't getting enough protein were also struggling with things like walking upstairs, kneeling, and standing for a long time.
On the other hand, eating foods high in protein does the opposite. It supports muscles, bones, and joints so you can continue to do all the things you love, whether it's playing with your kids or grandkids, taking your dog for a walk, or cooking a gourmet meal. But Dr. Kellyann really surprised me most when she told me about studies that show certain parts of protein can help soothe the stomach, keep everything, running right, and even help strengthen the gut lining.
Protein is made up of something called amino acids, and there are a total of 20 amino acids. Now, 11 of these are made in the body, but the other 9 amino acids, well, we need to get those from what we eat. And there's one ancient superfood I swear by that's got a couple really important amino acids lacking from a lot of people's diets: glutamine and glycine. Notable global studies now suggest these 2 amino acids in particular can help strengthen and seal the gut, which can lead to a healthier and happier digestive system.
And that's where my next digestive defender comes in. It's one of the most protein-rich foods on the planet. It's something I have every night when I'm settling down to watch TV. It soothes my stomach, supports my skin and joints, and helps me sleep like a baby, which is the best. It's what I rely on right before I hit the red carpet to make sure I don't get that fuzzy feeling, especially after a night of indulging. It's what keeps my cravings in check all week so I don't overeat and feel all bloated and everything. It's what led me to Dr. Kellyann in the first place. Now, the first time I heard about it, I was like, all right, that sounds pretty good. But not everyone has the same reaction, so just hear me out for a second. This comfort food contains a very special protein that our bodies desperately need, but probably aren't getting enough of, especially after you turn 50. Now remember, it's only around the corner for me, believe it or not, this next year, which is why I eat this food every day. And by doing so, I easily get at least 16 grams of high-powered protein like that, which is helping me with my digestion so I can stay active and feel more energized, even though I'm almost 50. So, how do we do it? Well, it doesn't involve starving yourself or completely cutting off your favorite guilty pleasures like you've been told. It's actually pretty simple. The key is bone broth.
Bone broth has been around for centuries, and we know this from the records of so many medical legends. I mean, Hippocrates, the father of medicine, recommended it to his patients thousands of years ago. And Nurse Florence Nightingale was known for bringing it to hospitals. It was actually called beef tea back then. And so now I'm just bringing this ancient superfood back on the table.
Since you're still hanging out here with me, I'm gonna let you in on my favorite bone broth recipe, courtesy of Dr. Kellyann.
And here's a little secret Dr. Kellyann told me. There are 3 things bone broth must have if you want optimal results. Number 1, it's gotta be low in sodium, like less than 250 milligrams, because too much sodium can actually cause more bloating, which is the opposite of what anyone wants, right? Number 2, it's gotta be high in protein, ideally more than 15 grams per cup. Dr. Kellyann says that's non-negotiable, because anything less than that, that's not really gonna do anything for you anyway. Number 3, perhaps most importantly, it's gotta have the right protein, a protein that's loaded with amino acids, and that's easy to digest.
In order to be an effective bone broth, or what I call a therapeutic grade bone broth, it must be low in sodium, high in protein, and contain a very special protein called hydrolyzed collagen. Hydrolyzed means the collagen protein has already been broken down. This allows the body to absorb and use it even quicker, which gives a huge boost to our digestion.
If you ask me, therapeutic grade bone broth with real collagen is the ultimate health booster because it supports joints and skin, it fills you up, and unlike junk food that can make you feel bloated and awful, it does the opposite for me by actually soothing the stomach.
Traditional bone broth is made by simmering high-quality chicken and beef bones with carrots, celery, onion, garlic, bay leaves, kosher salt, and apple cider vinegar for at least 12 to 24 hours in order to release all of those vitamins, minerals, and most importantly, the collagen protein that's locked inside the bones. And for years, my patients and I would do the shopping and the chopping and the cooking to make our own bone broth. But it was a lot of hard work, really time-consuming, and hard to keep up with. So I dug into the science to see if there was an innovative way I could make it easier and more convenient. That's what I teamed up with one of the best culinary health research teams in the country to create a new bone broth recipe. We spent years tracking down the absolute best bone broth ingredients that landmark studies have shown can help strengthen and seal the gut lining, support bones, joints, and skin, curb cravings even. But getting all of those ingredients combined in just the right amount and with the right delicious flavor was darn near impossible. I nearly gave up after the 7th and 8th try. So I'm proud I kept going and created a savory and satiating recipe that's changing people's lives.
I love this new tasty recipe because of what it does for my digestive and joint health, especially since I can make it in under 5 minutes. I don't even need my wife's help. It's easy, it's fast, and you can take it on the go.
I like easy things, and that was most important for me, that it was easy. I mean, really, there's no thought process to it. I mean, with 3 kids, 3 dogs, always busy, you know, I'm always looking for little shortcuts. And so for me, that was really important. And then it tasted good, which is also important.
Adding bone broth into my diet has been life-changing. No longer just running off to the bathroom. I don't get that fuzzy feeling anymore. I'm not worried about spending a day on the red carpet or doing a live interview. And like Dr. Kellyann taught me, the benefits go way beyond that.
When you strategically add therapeutic grade bone broth into your lifestyle, the results are just incredible. Whether you're struggling with your digestion, your skin, your joints, or even your weight. Like so many women, after I turned 40, I started to pack on the pounds. It was like no matter what I ate, I was bloated and the weight kept creeping up. It wasn't until I added this bone broth into my diet that my health got back on track. I lost 15 pounds in 3 weeks and I've kept it off for more than a decade. I feel better now than I ever did in my 40s, and since then, people from all over the country have reached out to thank me for their own weight loss transformations. It's truly remarkable.
I lost 16 pounds in 3 weeks.
I've lost 13 pounds.
I lost 22.2 pounds.
I'm losing 10 pounds a month, 8 months into this. My gut at 265 pounds was 54 inches. Last Saturday, it's 34 inches. 20 inches off my gut, and I feel incredibly blessed. Lost almost 100 pounds.
Wow, that is unbelievable. You've lost 100 pounds. You're incredible.
You came on my radar. And it was just like the answer to a prayer, because this thing that I had been searching for that I had no clue existed all of a sudden was there.
Oh my God, that is the best news ever.
Can you believe Kristen's story? When Dr. Kellyann first shared it with me, I was blown away. I mean, 100 pounds in 8 months? It's amazing. I thought bone broth was just a digestion booster, but it's clear that what we put in our gut matters in so many ways. because it affects every single system of our body, including our weight, just like it did for Kristen.
I think more people are wanting to feel better, and they're wanting to change their gut health and their digestive system.
My wife loves what it does for her skin.
I loved it. I thought it was great. It's important to taste good. You want to eat, you want to always do things that benefit you and make you feel better, but you don't want to eliminate taste. And so that was important.
I still can't get over the fact that it's actually helping me sleep better.
Remember that amino acid in collagen called glycine that studies suggest can help protect your gut lining? Well, science out of the Institute of Innovation and Stanford University shows that the same amino acid can actually lower your body temperature and calm your mind so that you can fall into a deeper sleep faster.
I can certainly vouch for that. Before I met Dr. Kellyann, I gotta be honest with you, things were a little rough. Bathroom breaks were totally unpredictable. My cravings, out of control. I wasn't getting really good sleep. I just felt kind of off, It's when a close friend of mine in the fitness world who saw how I was struggling first suggested I started making my own bone broth. He knows I'm not the type of person that's gonna go just run to the doctor for a chemical-filled prescription and fix my gut. I prefer a more natural way. That's something that's really important to me, but I don't have time to stand over a stove for 24 hours, and I wanted the best, so I did a little research and discovered that Dr. Kellyann is the expert on bone broth. I mean, she literally wrote the book on it, and it's a New York Times international bestseller.
It's so nourishing that it really does warm you down to your toes, and you're not hungry. It fills you up, no calories, no carbohydrates.
I couldn't believe what was happening. I started using it on patients. They couldn't believe what was happening.
So with the help of some Hollywood connections, I was lucky enough to meet Dr. Kellyann and to get the inside scoop on the best bone broth for my digestion, my joints, my skin, and my sleep. Because like everything these days, there's a lot of varieties to choose from, as well as low-quality imitations trying to rip us off. Like this one. It's got 460 milligrams of sodium and only 10 grams of protein. Remember, Dr. Kellyann warned me that high levels of sodium can lead to bloating, which is why her bone broth recipe only has 225 milligrams. And she firmly believes you gotta get at least 15 grams of protein for results you can see and feel. Now this bone broth has a similar protein content, but look at that sodium level, 550 milligrams. Whoa, it's too much. That's more than double the amount you get in her recipe. Check out the ingredients. Notice anything? No hydrolyzed collagen in this one.
Call me crazy, but ever since I started eating the right bone broth with the right amount of protein, the right level of sodium, and the right type of hydrolyzed collagen, my digestion has been so much better. I feel stronger, a lot more energized, even a little more flexible. The best way to describe it is like a little extra pep in my step. And the peace of mind I get knowing I'm protecting my joints and my bones, added bonus. No more worrying about slowing down when I turn 50 soon. And since you're still here hanging out with me, I'm gonna let you in on an exclusive opportunity to try it today. More on that in a moment.
This is really perfect for anyone that's dealing with digestive issues. The protein is going to help strengthen and seal the gut. It's going to fill you up so you don't overeat and then have that bloated belly after a meal. And the hydrolyzed collagen in there is going to support joints so that you can stay active for as long as you want. And of course, there's that glycine. Well, that's gonna help that deep restorative sleep we all need to feel energized, happy, and ready to take on the day.
So what made you at this point want to start talking about what was going on with your digestive system and the struggles you've had?
Well, to be honest, married now, got 3 kids, not going anywhere.
No.
And it's not exactly the most comfortable topic of conversation, but I'm mature enough to recognize that this could help a lot of people that might be a little reluctant to talk about it.
Yeah.
And so I want to be able to kind of tell people that, hey, you can live a healthy lifestyle and you don't have to have these struggles necessarily if you don't want to, and this is something that can really complement your life. For all these reasons, I decided it was time to open up about my struggle and make this video for you. And I admit, it was a hard choice to make, because I know by doing this, people might be looking at me a little differently and everyone's gonna want to talk about it. And with some encouragement from Dr. Kellyann, I knew it was time to do this.
If there's something that we find that we can introduce to people and get the word out there and help people, we like to do that all the time.
I'm always promoting health should be your top priority. And whether it's your digestion, your joints, your weight, or your skin keeping you up at night, my top digestive defender could very well be the one thing you need for a healthier and happier life too. Talking about Dr. Kellyan's bone broth.
This is good. Who made this?
Who do you think?
It was actually my patients and some of my celebrity clients that convinced me to do this because they kept coming to me saying the same thing over and over. Dr. Kellyann, I love your bone broth recipe, but I don't love making it. Because even though the ingredients are pretty simple, making traditional bone broth isn't anything like making instant soup. So my real challenge was to find a way to make therapeutic grade bone broth loaded with all those landmark ingredients I found in my research that's convenient and easy while still flavorful and affordable. And while there's a lot of bone broths popping up on the store shelves and online, my latest recipe is formulated specifically and scientifically to help support your health.
Just 1 cup of Dr. Kellyan's bone broth has 16 grams of digestion soothing, joint supporting, cravings reducing protein. That's the protein you get from almost 3 eggs or an entire burger, but without any of the extra calories. She came up with an exclusive home-style recipe, and I want to make sure I get this just right. It's got 100% grass-fed bovine hydrolyzed collagen. Remember, she told me that's the best form of collagen because it allows your body to absorb and help reap every single bone broth benefit, like better mobility and joint flexibility, skin support, sleep support, reduced hunger and cravings, rock solid gut, and maybe even a slimmer waist. I can tell you from experience that hydrolyzed collagen is so important. And not all bone broths are going to include that, by the way, which is why I love Dr. Kellyan's bone broth so much. You get the bone broth you need and the hydrolyzed collagen you need together, perfectly combined in one delicious cup to help strengthen your digestion, crush cravings, and support skin and joints. No need to take a bunch of pills, capsules, or powders. This is an all-in-one broth that's low carb, low calorie, low sodium, 0 sugar. Best of all, super tasty. No matter what flavor you choose, you can't go wrong. From home style to Thai lemongrass to lemon lavender, they're all good. I personally love me some French onion, so I teamed up with Dr. Kellyann to add that flavor option for you, special today. It's got that rich caramelized onion taste with the silky texture of traditional French onion soup, but unlike canned soup from the store, it's loaded with healthy boosting bone broth and hydrolyzed collagen. I'm excited about this new flavor Dr. Kellyann made for me and to finally be able to reveal it and share it with you. And since it comes in a convenient powder, you can take it with you anywhere you go. Make it in just seconds. You open the packet, pour it into a bowl or a mug, add 8 to 12 ounces of hot water, stir it up, bam, that's it. Drink it every day, whether I'm at work, chilling at home, doesn't matter.
In using the bone broth, I definitely feel like it's strengthened my digestion. Whatever combination of collagen is in this bone broth has made a better impact than any of the other collagens I've used. I'm definitely noticing foods that normally would cause me to be gassy specifically, I'm not anymore.
For me, it was a pleasure and a delight, and quite frankly, one of the easiest things I've ever attempted to improve my health.
You just sip on it throughout the day. It's delicious, and then you don't get hungry.
So when I did get the bone broth into my system, listen, let me tell you, not only did the weight reduce, but as you see, the skin has brightened up and cleared up. It changed my life. It changed my health. It's great to hear somebody say, Teddy, you look different. You looking good. Thank you. And then when they say, well, what you been doing? Well, I did the bone broth.
I love drinking my bone broth at night when I'm relaxing on the couch because it helps settle me and I sleep better, which is great. But a lot of my friends have swapped their coffee for it or they drink it with their lunch, and it actually makes a really good snack in the afternoon.
I'm always looking for easy swaps and beneficial swaps, and you really can incorporate this in almost everything. I mean, you could just drink it like a tea, like how you do.
And now, because Dr. Kellyann and I are in sync about our passion for spreading health and wellness, we've come together to empower anyone who's looking for improved digestion and joint support, cravings control, better skin, more restful sleep, slimmer waistline, ultimately just a healthier, happier body.
It took me years to create this proprietary formula. In fact, we tried 9 versions before we got it just right. And because I discovered the perfect combination of bone broth protein and hydrolyzed collagen with that glutamine and glycine in it, it immediately goes to work to simultaneously support your digestion, crush your cravings, fill you up without feeling bloated, protect your joints, improve your skin, and support better sleep so you can both look and feel years younger.
Back in the day, Dr. Kellyann told me her formula was only available in batches so small that she would sell out in days for as high as $8 per cup. It's almost $250 per month if you decide to drink it every day like I do. And even though I firmly believe investing in your health is worth every penny, I also want you to get more for taking the time to stick around with me here today. Of course, Dr. Kellyann agreed. So, we decided to take a risk and invest in your health too. We are devoted to reaching and helping at least 1 million people with bone broth this year. That's why Dr. Kellyann and her team just ordered their biggest batch ever, so they could get the price per cup down so low that you can stock up right now on a supply that'll last you months without the worry of running out. But like all amazing deals, there's one teeny tiny catch. I'd like you to do me a favor. If you promise to tell your friends and family about Dr. Kellyan's bone broth and help us spread the word to reach our goal, then you can have her high-quality, collagen-rich formula for the Mario-approved price of only $4 and some change per cup. It's almost half the original price.
Now, you can go to Whole Foods or other specialty stores to get Dr. Kellyan's liquid bone broth for like $7 a cup too if you want. But why spend more money when all you gotta do is click the button below right now to get her more convenient and more affordable bone broth powder shipped right to your door. When you click the button below, that's gonna give you exclusive access to the Mario-approved price of only $4 and some change per cup, with 3 different options giving you the power to pick what feels right for your needs. I highly recommend starting with the best value option is 6 boxes, and today it costs just $178. That's 42 bone broth packets for less than the price of coffee and a donut every morning. And as a special thank you, Dr. Kellyann has agreed to throw in free access to her digital bone broth diet e-course. That's really a big deal. This course has 44 videos containing all of her bone broth tips and tricks, and if you need to lose weight, you'll definitely want this because it also includes her famous technique on how to combine bone broth with a little intermittent fasting to lose up to 15 pounds in 4 inches in just 3 weeks. You usually gotta buy this separately for $97, but I twisted her arm a little bit, and today, totally free with any purchase.
How do you say no to those dimples? Seriously though, my love for bone broth runs deep, and I truly do have it every single day. And I know it's responsible for a lot of the successes I've had in being slim, having better digestion, and I don't have all that bloating anymore. It really helps me to stay looking younger than my age, keeping me healthy and having more energy than most people. I mean, I can pretty much outrun anyone in energy, except for Mario, of course.
Now, if 6 boxes seems like a little too much to start with, that's all right. Let's go for the next option. 4 boxes of bone broth or 28 packets for $119. And if you're the type of person that likes to dip their toe in the pool first, well, then you're gonna love the 2-box supply for only $60. And no matter what option you choose today, you're gonna get that free bone broth diet e-course. Though, I urge you to just dive right in and snatch up 6 boxes before we run out. Seriously? Dr. Kellyan's bone broth has sold out 3 times already this year, and as the word spreads about all this, which I know it will, it's probably going to happen again, especially some of her most popular flavors like Thai lemongrass and lemon lavender. This is your chance to try Dr. Kellyan's bone broth in any flavor you want that's still available. What I mean is, if you don't love it as much as I do, no worries. Dr. Kellyan's customer care team will take back whatever's left and give you a refund, because nobody should be punished for trying something new to better their health. Instead, you deserve to be rewarded.
More than ever, I think that people should always make their health their top priority, because if you don't have that, what good is anything else, right?
Okay, so you love bone broth, I love bone broth. So tell me a little bit about why you love it so much.
Well, I like it because for a few reasons. It sort of helped settle my stomach, which is great. But also, I love soups and stews and stuff like that, and it's just delicious. And you can kind of mix it up and put some noodles, rice, and chicken and stuff in it.
Yeah, it's really versatile.
It is versatile.
You can really incorporate bone broth in just about everything. I use it when we eat rice a lot. He is a big fan of brown rice, so instead of the water, I use the bone broth. And pasta, I'm 100% Italian, so we're always eating pasta. So I incorporate that with all those meals. And actually, the first time I did it, I didn't tell him that I changed the water and used the bone broth. And he goes, "This is really good, this is really good." And I said, "That's the bone broth." So that's always a good test.
So what are you waiting for? It's time to join the bone broth revolution. Just click the button below, choose what's right for your health journey, and I highly recommend adding 1 cup to your day. It's what I do. It's my secret weapon to try to age in reverse here. And for best results, give it a full 3 months to see what happens with your gut. and your energy in your joints. Remember, if you're not happy, you can always send it back for a full refund. So go ahead, click the button below and check what's available and lock in this special Mario-approved price while you still can.
Once you place your order, then please tell your friends and family too. I sure did. My wife, Courtney, loves it. My friends, they rave about it. Even my parents are getting in on it, which makes me really happy. By the way, it's super easy to spice up too. Make it your own, like my pops. He adds hot sauce, a little salsa, some shrimp. Bam! All of a sudden, Marisco's bone broth. I can't say it enough. Everyone should really be drinking this stuff.
Drinking bone broth changes your life. It makes you feel like you can live another 50 years, 100 years. I get emotional because it's life-changing. It's a lot. Thank you.
It was just shocking. And to watch just everything on me shrink. It's something that works in your real life.
You don't necessarily have to give up certain foods or change your lifestyle completely to get healthier, but you can just complement it by adding Dr. Kellyan's bone broth to your diet. Right from the first cup, you might feel the difference with better digestion, fewer cravings, and improved sleep. Bottom line, your body is going to be working at its best. Click the button below now to get started. It's never too late to give yourself the gift of better health, because your health should be your #1 priority. I mean, without that, what else is there? So work hard, stay focused, do the right thing. It's a motto I try to live by, and I think if we all do that, the right things will happen for us. I'm Mario Lopez, and we'll see you next time.